Hey comic book fans, today we're talking about the Akolyte issue 4. I've been enjoying this series. This has actually been one of my more favorite series I've done on the channel, from everything from the characters, the art, and the interesting style of storytelling. Now, this takes 48 hours after the events of the 3v1 that Akolyte had. But the unfortunate part of this is that the Akolyte is the one being blamed for the situation. They're blaming him for the destruction of the city and whoever may have been harmed. And obviously reading it, you're like, the guy took on a 3v1. He saved Earth from an alien invasion, and you guys are painting him the bad guy instead of acknowledging that he was fighting all these people at once by himself. And as Mr. Block or Black, I believe that's what his name is, the guy that they're putting in charge, which is like the Mr. Fisk of the situation, we get a look at this new character. This character looks so awesome and cool, and he is obviously on a mission. Now, who is he working for? It is shown very quickly, because at first you may think he's working for Mr. Black, whoever this guy is, but no, he's working for someone else. He's operating under a different set of rules, and we find that out when he's infiltrating Mr. Black's facility, and his main mission is to try to get info. And this is all going as Mr. Black. This guy has a lot more power than I thought he was, right? I thought he was a city level gangster with some power. This guy is global, and he's not just global. This guy has like high-tech military weaponry, futuristic technology that he is implementing on the city to protect them from people like Akolyte. And the story shifts from him back to this guy. His name is Sith Row, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. And Sith Row, he is again trying to break into Mr. Black's compound, and he ends up finding all this weaponry. He ends up finding the drones and everything. He ends up coming across his plans, and before he can necessarily really dig in and have his way with everything and get the information he needs, he is caught and he is hit, and he ends up taking fire, and he ends up getting in conflict and battle with security and the soldiers that are there. Again, the art and the detail in this book is absolutely insane. And this, Akolyte's a cool character, but then you see this guy, he's just completely looking badass. And then we go to Akolyte, which has not showed up in the issue up until now, and he is back at his home base, and he is trying to figure out who the alien invasion was, who these three people were. And then he actually finds out who they were, how they go planet for planet, how they're looking for something. And then he was about to just go into his human form self and go about his business until he is actually able to take care of the situation. And that's when he gets a call from Sith Row. Now, we are not particularly told how these two guys know each other, but they obviously know each other very well, because Sith Row calls Akolyte. He's like, I'm gonna need that favor. I need you here right now. I'm taking fire. I kind of get my ass kicked. And that's when Akolyte, suits up and he's heading over there. But Sith Row's taking a lot of firepower, and we're not just showing he's a cool character and cool art, whatever. We are also showing his personality, and that's very important to a character. But some characters are very bland. You can't tell, who they are, and we're able to tell because as he's returning fire, he does the line, and he kind of replays the part in Die Hard. He even acknowledges that. He's like, I've always wanted to say that. And so now the personality, kind of cool guy this person is. Sith Row is just a fun character, and I really hope that he has his own comic book series, because he's a character I can really dig into as a comic book fan and reader. Mr. Block or Mr. Black, he gets word that his facility is under attack, but I like this guy in the position that he plays. But he said this is a good problem to have, and that he releases all his drones, right? This new weaponry that he pretty much just introduced to the world. And Sith Row, he was able to deal with the regular guys, but now these things are coming in, these massive drones. And that's when Akolyte makes his awesome badass entrance. This panel is super awesome. Akolyte is that super character in this universe, but it's done such a good job that he doesn't feel like a knockoff Superman. He doesn't feel like it's trying to be anybody else. He's not written like he's trying to be anybody else. This is a completely new character, new attitude, and I completely love it. And he comes in, just starts tearing these machines apart along with Sith Row. And my goodness, this is just a cool duo. Like this panel, that panel just showing right there. This is such a cool duo, and they work so well together. And the panel is just showing them tearing these guys apart. And the Akolyte, he was unsure what Sith Row's actually doing. They're on two completely different missions. The Akolyte, I don't think he's even fully aware of what Mr. Block or Black is doing, but Sith Row's on the guy's tail. And we get this cool panel where Sith Row hits the EMP blast, but he hooks it up to himself and does it. It knocks out all the drones and machines. So now I'm thinking, is this just the suit, or is he doing this under his own strength? Does he have his own powers or abilities? Or is this just the capabilities of the armor he has? And when it's all said and done, they have the little discussion. And so Sith Row asks Akolyte, like, where the heck are you going? And then that's when we get Akolyte telling him, I'm not going to wait for the alien invasion to come back here and threaten Earth. I'm going to go up there in space and find them on their own turf, and I'm going to destroy them. And I absolutely love that. And that's all I have for this video. Thank you guys for watching this video. Like, share, and subscribe for more. And thank you for watching.